let's understand this story. We're looking at a warrior who literally never gave up. A man who became an absolute worldwide symbol of justice. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to dive right into the history and the truly profound legacy of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever heard the story of the man that history famously calls the Lion of God? I mean, it's a narrative just completely packed with epic battles, unwavering devotion, and this incredible, rock-solid commitment to fairness. Whether you're already deeply familiar with early Islamic history or you're coming to this completely fresh, his life offers us a fascinating look into what it actually means to live with absolute conviction. He earned this incredibly powerful title, Sher-e-khuda, which literally translates to the Lion of God. Now, historical texts tell us he was the cousin and son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad. And a title like that, well, it wasn't just handed out lightly. It really reflected his monumental courage and his pivotal role as a fierce protector of his faith, especially when he was standing strong during its most formative, fragile years. But you know, his epic story actually starts from very humble beginnings. Born right in the city of Mecca, Ali embraced the Islamic faith from his very childhood. So he wasn't a late convert by any means. His entire life, right from his youngest days, was shaped completely by this foundational belief. It shaped his worldview long before he ever picked up a sword. And this lifelong dedication meant he was a constant presence alongside the Prophet Muhammad. He walked shoulder to shoulder as a trusted companion. That unwavering loyalty really set the stage for the immense hardships and honestly, the monumental responsibilities that were just around the corner. He was essentially preparing for an entire lifetime of service. And wow, when those hardships arrived, he was ready. Texts note that whenever difficulties arose for the early Muslims, Ali was right there at the absolute forefront. He played a crucial role in defeating enemies at the Battle of Badr. He set this lasting example of sheer bravery at Uhud, and at Khandak, well, his legendary sword, Zulfiqar, shone brightly out there on the battlefield. Speaking of which, that magnificent double-pronged sword, Zulfiqar, even when he was just seated calmly, holding that gleaming blade, the essence of his historical persona is just so clear. He was known to be deeply calm and collected, but at the same time, he commanded this raw, untamed power. He was a steadfast anchor right in the middle of the absolute chaos of conflict. And this brilliantly illustrates his staggering reputation as a warrior. He was historically known as an unyielding force, a man capable of overwhelming vast enemy armies. His presence out there wasn't just, a single man. It was like an insurmountable force of nature protecting his people. He commanded immense respect, not just from his allies, but for sure from his adversaries as well. Now, all this physical power builds into a really profound thematic duality. On one hand, we see this immense physical strength. Like there's that famous historical anecdote of him single-handedly lifting a massive, heavy wooden door during battle just to protect others. But perfectly balancing out that incredible might was a quiet, deeply peaceful spiritual devotion. He was just as defined by his quiet moments of prayer as he was by his roaring courage in battle. But here's the thing, his bravery wasn't just limited to the battlefield. Off the battlefield, it was equally present in his absolute, non-negotiable demand for justice. He never bowed down to wrongdoing, he remained completely unyielding in his pursuit of fairness. He consistently put justice above politics or personal gain, which really proves that true courage often means standing up for what's right during peacetime, too. Now, this deep commitment to justice culminated in the year 656 CE. This specific year is a massive turning point in the historical narrative, because this is when he ascended to a pivotal role of leadership, taking on the tremendous responsibility of actually guiding the entire Islamic world. In 656 CE, he became the fourth caliph of Islam. And as caliph, historical accounts stress that he supported truth and fairness at all costs, regardless of how incredibly difficult the political circumstances became. He didn't let the immense weight of that office compromise his values. Instead, he governed with the exact same unshakable principles he'd always fought for. But we shouldn't just picture him as a strict, uncompromising judge. Alongside his strict adherence to justice, there was this profound well of compassion and deep empathy. He cared deeply for the poor, the orphaned, and the vulnerable members of society. He really viewed leadership as an act of service, a way to protect those who simply couldn't protect themselves. However, as we often see in history, the path of truth is rarely an easy one. His uncompromising stance on justice naturally created political enemies, and tragically, this ultimately led to his martyrdom in the year 661 CE in the city of Kufa. Today, his resting place in Najaf remains a site of immense historical and spiritual significance, drawing millions who come to honor his legacy. Despite that tragic end, his story actually carries a profound sense of peaceful closure. His earthly struggles had ended, but honestly, his lasting impact was only just beginning. The legacy of Hazrat Ali completely outlived his physical life, cementing him across the centuries as an eternal, unshakable symbol of the powerful ideals he stood for. So, the crucial point is, what do we actually take away from all this? Based on the historical texts, there are 3 core, timeless lessons we can draw from his life. Number 1, stand for truth no matter what kind of opposition you face. Number 2, never leave justice even when it's incredibly difficult or unpopular. And number 3, always support humanity, proving that true strength requires deep compassion and empathy. And that brings us to the end of our explainer today. But I want to leave you with the final thought to chew on. We've just explored the life of a man who was literally an unyielding force for fairness, courage, and compassion. So, keeping these timeless lessons in mind, how will you apply that unwavering commitment to